Welcome to What Web Tools to Create Online Courses With. I'm super excited that you're here, and I'm super excited to share this with you guys because I wish 1, 2, 5, 10 years ago that I had something so simple and so easy to follow. So here I'm going to break down insight into creating an online course using Wix and or WordPress to start, and then scaling smart using KAJABI, which is what I use and I've used now for over a year and a half, and or Teachable. So let's get into the behind the scenes.
Welcome to the behind the scenes, you guys, with the web tools that you can create. Hey, welcome to the behind the scenes to the web tools that you can use. Welcome to web tools you can use to create online. Welcome to what website tools to use to create online courses. So I've outlined here 4 different ways to either use your current platform if you're just starting out, and or ways to scale and to grow. So I'm personally an avid Wix user, and I know some of you may use Square or other tools, but I'm just speaking from what I use and using examples here. So I'm going to show you guys, and this is literally the behind the scenes platform. I'm going to show you our first platform and how I used Wix to create an online learning portal, and how I integrated Canva and downloadable tools very easily and effortlessly with what I had at the time without needing to invest immediately. Because knowing at that point our student base was small and it was okay, and we all start somewhere. So our first retreat was Costa Rica, and this I created, you can see, actually let me point something out to you first. You can see these are blanked out and they're grayed. And that's because, you guys, I basically created this like a portal where people had to have a password to get in. See, members only, all members, and they had to have granted password access. So super duper duper simple. You just add another page, see? And you can do it that way with Wix. See, and they had to log in and sign up. And you could see where they had health tools, wealth transformation tools, business tools. So it gave them different tools, bonuses, FTC guidelines, because this was also related to some influencer items, brands that we endorse and brands that we integrate, roadmap for the retreat. And then I also created then for the specific retreat. So we'll have the same concept or the same thing, but perhaps presented in a different way for Brazil coming up. And then we did something a little different, but similar to this with London and Barcelona. So I'll show this to you too. So whether you're doing this for a live event, like in this case, I did it for a live event, but you could do the exact same thing for an online course that somebody signs up, that you then send them like a template email that's very, and I'll show you one of our template emails in KAJABI that's very similar. And similar to like your emails that you send, like you're welcome, and this link is included in it with their password, or that you grant them access. So that's part of the administrative process that you and or your team would do. So here's Costa Rica, so you can see. So the same way this could be a week-long course, you guys. You can see the layovers and the items. These were created in Canva. Pink, blue, green, everything's consistent to our themes. Agenda. So for example, just so you could quickly see, it flowed into our agenda for our retreat. So this was back in 2016. I've done very similar things with corporate and other business-to-business arrangements as well. But this was what I did as an entrepreneur starting off with Wix that you could do. Then WordPress. So WordPress, I only used one time, you guys, for, so let me preview this one and see. I used WordPress one time for a blog. And for me, it was not super duper user friendly. And I found Wix way easier to use for me. And I know there's a lot of people that use WordPress that rave about it, that love it, and that's great. So that's also why I'm addressing it. So basically the same vein, like you would on WordPress, which again, I'm not super familiar with. I haven't used it in over, I just want to see the example. No. Okay, demo. So the same way, you would basically create a secret page with either a password and or a secret page. So for example, let's say this was one that you were doing. Oops. No, I don't want the plug. Oh, okay, I did want this. Okay, so one stall, these are one stall, say, templates, right? So say this was your blog. So live demo. Let's click on this one because this is fashion and beauty. And let's say you're creating a fashion and beauty course. So in that same vein, basically, one of these, or you could create a new one for courses, would need to be free. I'm sorry, would need to be hidden and or password protected. So that's basically, like if I equate it to what I did with Wix, that's the exact same thing you would be doing here. And again, I have not, full disclaimer, you guys, I have not used WordPress since 2015. So basically just, stating, and I don't think it'll even let me, it won't let me change it because this is a demo. So I don't have access into that old template anymore. But basically either or both. You would need to create a drop down or something to where it's linkable and you can send someone a link. And either hide it or make it password protected. So I know sometimes people still show it like courses and members only, and it'll be password protected. So you can do one or both. So up to you. The course that I currently use that is included, or the tool that I currently use, so I upgraded from Wix to KAJABI. So I learned from Brendan Bouchard and I learned from Shailene Johnson, and both of their courses and platforms were on KAJABI. So as a student, I loved the platform. So this is what you're experiencing with us. You're experiencing KAJABI. I loved the platform. I loved the tool. And so for me, it made sense because that's what I'd experienced with, to go ahead and be on it. And you see, so I'm a student of Shailene Johnson's, the one I just mentioned, Brendan Bouchard. So you can see that their top thought leaders run their entire business and empire on KAJABI. I've listened to Amy Porterfield's podcast a couple of times. I'm familiar with Casey Ho to a degree because I've also been a student of Fitness MBA with Natalie Min, and I was also their keynote speaker 2 years ago. And I never heard of Billie Jean before, and James Wedmore. So those are some of their top results generators and creators on KAJABI. So the thing with KAJABI is, you guys, that I love, like obviously you're experiencing as a student. You can start a free basic trial of KAJABI. What I did, and that's the link I'm including for you, is I did the 28-day challenge, you guys. And they basically run it like a course creator, and they give it to you for free off of their platform, and you can literally, you load your course as you go. Like that's how I created my first 7-day challenge. It prompted me to get out of my own way. And so my first course, I created in 28 days, just to give you an idea. Versus this course, I'm creating like in 5 days. So it shows you with time and clarity and purpose and direction and just practice that you get faster because you start to scale, and then you're clear on the tool, you're clear on the systems, you're clear on so many different things. So I would not use the 14-day link I just gave you. If you decide to test drive KAJABI, I would use the 28-day link. And what I love about KAJABI, so with Wix, like whenever I created this, I got to, let me go back to the editor to show you, just so you can see the comparisons. I got to create a separate email blast. So that was something that was manual. So those are declined because it's auto-generating to an old email list we had for some reason. Let me see if I can pull this up easily for either Cuba or Costa Rica. You see? Because I basically created a feed in to a portal that would make it look super neat and super simple for the person reading it. So that's kind of what you want to think about. You want to think about your end user. Oh, come on. Oh, I know around the date it was. Hello. It was probably January. Katrina. Okay, so that was the info for Cuba. But I'm looking for the portal. Oh, no, it wasn't in May. Let me see, you guys. Cuba was in, wait, what year are we in? Oh, we're in 2018. It was in 2017. Sorry, I'm confusing my years, you guys. My fault. I'm human. Okay, so December, October, September. Man, a lot's happened in the last couple of years. May, April. Okay, so that was post-Cuba. Oh, I think that's it. Yep, here's the portal. Okay, perfect. I knew I was going to find it. So I sent the portal out to our attendees and or our influencers. So I want you to see, like, this is how I sent it. So this is how I worked within the tool that I had. So the same way that you use, say, whether you use Wix or you use Square, you use WordPress or any other tool, that you can basically create a web page, like what I did, with hidden and or password protected, and are both, and then create basically files through Canva and link them to downloadable files so people have all the information you need. Then you can send an email blast, whether you use Wix, whether you use WordPress, whether you use MailChimp, whatever you use, you can create a email blast that's super duper simple and literally says, like, that's what I called the portal at the time. So you could see where it was kind of like a mastermind. Just had a picture, get started. So led them to set up their password. Super simple, okay? Versus, and that's what I worked with, versus, so it wasn't automated. There was some manual work, but there was a lot of automation in it too, because there's always like some levels of work up front, right? Versus in Kajabi, when you create your, and also keep in mind in Wix and Square and WordPress, you're not going to have automated emails. I mean, you might have an automated out of office, but that's about it that you can create or link to, right? In a way that you could have, like in our out of office, it links to different segments of the company and directs people where to go. Versus in Kajabi, like when I'm creating this course, once we load it segment by segment, meaning day by day or section by section. Then we set up automated email marketing, meaning, automated emails. So basically, the emails that get generated that you see, we enter in one time or update one time. So you can see where Kajabi like basically has web pages, blogging. So we also repurpose our blog on not just Wix, but also on Bloglovin, because it's a different platform, and on Kajabi, because it intensifies SEO that's optimized out of the box for them specifically, but we're just on more platforms, you guys. So that, then it's a learning portal. So students can comment and they list different things within the actual course. So for example, this is the marketing automation I just mentioned. Pipelines that says, you're registered starting in 60 minutes, like with our webinar. The customer experience gets an offer, checkout. It's all done in the background. So there's no need. Like, I know if someone, like, say, leaves a cart, and we have automated emails that will remind them in a day or two if they didn't purchase something, okay? Live and pre-recorded events that write in Kajabi. You can go live through YouTube, like so many different things, okay? Like for students. And then growing your email list. So that's also where I'm capturing emails, okay? Then you can list quizzes and surveys, which I also do within the courses, and some of the courses as well. So that's another component. Their blog is also jam-packed with information, even if you end up not doing Kajabi. So that's what I've used. So, they're targeting to ads and different things, which once again, it's something I may or we may do in the future. But first, we want to ramp up our revenue through what I'm going to share with you in the Marketing Madness platform, our Marketing Madness bonus, if you're actually in our how to create and launch a course in a week. So you'll be able to see that as well. So that's what I use. Full disclaimer, Kajabi. This was the demo for WordPress. Another tool that caught my attention a while ago, also for simplicity and also for ease and also for price point, is Teachable. So full disclaimer, right now we're on Kajabi and I love Kajabi. However, at some point, just like anything else, you guys, life evolves and things evolve. So we may look at other tools. And so I'm sharing this with you, full disclaimer. Teachable is very, very similar to Kajabi. You can package and personalize your content as stunning as an online course, so very, very similar. Create multimedia lectures with video, image, text, upload, build a site. You can basically, they get mobile access, etc. Sales pages. They also have automated or template sales pages, which Kajabi does as well. Quizzes, discussion forums, course completion certificates, student feedback. They can basically, same thing, comment within the course, just like what you're experiencing if you're in the course already. Student list segmentation, other tools that you can also leverage to grow your business. Advanced pricing options, one-time fee, subscription, set up a payment plan. Again, very, very, very similar. And then from an aspect, just so you see comparisons, full disclaimer, these are their existing programs. So Kajabi, $129 a month. You can save 20% with annual billing. 5 products, 25K, admin users, active members, etc. I just upgraded with Kajabi to double everything. They ran a Black Friday sale. So 10 products, 50K, 2 admin, etc. And from a price point, you guys, basic includes transaction fees for Teachable. This is now on Teachable. Instant payouts. 2 owners, so they have 2 admin users. Product support, course creator training, coupon codes as well, so I use those too. Integrated affiliate marketing, email marketing, third-party integrations, unlimited video, unlimited courses. So you can see where Kajabi's limiting. This isn't. So once I found out about this, I was like, ooh, we may end up switching because it's unlimited at every angle. The only thing is now that I'm concerned about, there may be, or not concerned about, I don't like to use that because that indicates fear, but there may be a transition period where we're actually kind of on both platforms because we have so many links right now pointing to Kajabi, so many. And so if we switch, which is what I would have done in the past immediately, just off of price, all the links that people would be going to would, say they find it on cookies or say they find it on blogs or pins, all those links would, need to be changed, which is doable. I would get someone probably off Fiverr or off of Upwork to change them all. And then all the blogs and all the podcast features and everything else would also get to be changed. And so there would be a process, basically. And if I think about it, from an aspect of just the transition, it's like thinking about what's important right now, right? So I'm focused right now on marketing and promotions and, and buzz and B2B integrations and all these different things. And so if we were to switch on this now, yes, in the short term, basically save, say per month, about $100, but in the next 2 to 3 months, what would take to shift to have an unbranded site, course completion, theme customization, all these things that I would want. So saving $100 a month. Then 3 months, so 3 months of the transition that we really wouldn't save because we would be on both platforms as we transition the links. So sometimes it's thinking about what's simpler and what's easier versus if you transition, where might you have a broken link or something might happen where you might actually miss a client. And then, so it's just thinking about all those things. So it's not to say at some point it won't or wouldn't, but it's thinking about like right now, what's our biggest priority, okay? So you starting off, you might say, well, you know what, I'm going to create my first online course on basic, and I'll have some transaction fees because it's basics, because it's less expensive, but later you can upgrade to this, and then you get all these things too. So that's why I'm sharing everything with you, like full disclaimer, you guys, to have exactly the ways you can start off with where you are with, whether it's Wix, WordPress, or another initial web tool, or if you want to jump right into a KAJABI or a Teachable as well, and just knowing like where my experience, and insight came from as a student previously using KAJABI with Brendan, with Shailene, and whatnot. So I hope that serves you guys massively, and I hope that that gives you exact direction on where to go and what web tools to use to create a course online. And thanks so much.